shy imaginary older brother. Yumperdinker.
What the Yumperdinker?
Look, your fake shy brother's still here. Isn't that right?
I have to go now.
What?
Oh, well.
I feel like I'm going insane. Alright, welcome back to my reactions to the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared TV series. I'm watching this right after I watched episode 3, so I would hope that maybe this episode will have slightly different vibes, because episode 3 was very, very unpleasant. In the best way possible, of course. But, just thinking about it, it's just like, it almost wasn't creepy. It was just creepy because of the ways they visually composed it. That's, like, what makes it so genius. If they're, like, with slightly different camera angles and less creepy ambient noises, it wouldn't have creeped me out as much as it did. So they put some really extra spice on that episode to make it unpleasant in a good way, of course, because that's the point of the whole show. Today we're going to look at episode 4, which my brother told me is a really great one. It might be very funny. We'll find out. If you've been enjoying these reactions, then be sure to leave a like on this video, and leave a comment if you've watched this episode already, and share your favorite parts about it, or just share what you've liked about the series so far. I know I only got 2 episodes left after this, and I really don't want it to be over, and it takes me a lot of time to edit these videos together, and I just want to watch the show. But if this is your first time watching one of these, be sure to subscribe to my channel, because I'll be covering the rest of the show. This is also a channel dedicated to cartoons and other sorts of web shows that are, usually horror ones. So if you are interested in that kind of content, be sure to subscribe if you aren't already. And hit the bell icon so that you get notifications, because YouTube doesn't give notifications to people anymore. Now, with that out of the way, let's go. I know all the episode titles. So this one might be Transportation, I think?
We live in an actual nightmare.
Yeah. So that has been changing. Did it change from episode 1 to episode 2 as well? Oh, the computer, my favorite character. Oh. Or is this the technology episode?
You got the mouse?
Yeah.
Or electricity or something?
You won't get away from me this year.
Hey, nice grip.
Thank you.
And password?
I love this computer.
Me? But maybe it's my name. Try my name.
What? They're just colors. What the hell is his name?
A hyphen.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Your account is now blocked.
Oh.
But don't worry.
Probably very deliberate too that this is the 4th episode and it has the computer from the 4th episode of the web show.
Oh dear.
What
You
the?
have upset the market.
Figure of ridicule within the market community.
What?
I will burn down my...
It's not your fault. You're just a
What?
Okay, stop. Did you see what just happened there? Me too. Now, I'd like you to ask yourself this question. Was that the right way to treat somebody? Or was it actually really hurtful and horrible? I should have gone.
What? What?
Stupid.
What?
It's not your fault. You're just a
Expected ever again.
Is he brushing his teeth?
Tried to
Or no, it's a microphone?
Who is that?
I think it's an insane person.
I feel like I'm the only insane person here.
to continue to use their learning materials and branding.
Sorry, did you say eagle?
This guy has like the most personality out of any of the freaky guys so far.
So when they do, they're going to be bigger and stronger than normal.
Listen, we're kind of in the middle of...
I hate him.
So even though I'm not technically affiliated with the OK Stop organisation,
Why does it have to do that every time?
He's some sort of freelancer.
Freelancers deserve to die.
He'll go on fire.
just stop
What?
talking
Why did he say that?
I hate this guy.
with you.
Yeah,
Oh, we don't even know who you...
He's starving.
what is this?
Is it his backstory?
I'm supposed to be online.
they just don't care. Like always, they're just annoyed.
I mean, you did some of it in first person.
The thing in the animation looked like him.
OK Stop. That's right. Believe it or not, but how could a confident, handsome worm eagle?
I hate this guy.
Reminds me of an infection I had up my...
Or was it the voice?
Up my anus?
Looks like he's in pain.
Are you dying?
I'm actually laughing.
That's the password. Rat eye.
Your maiden name, of course.
Hey, it worked.
What? His maiden name? What the fuck? I want that worm guy to just not show up for the rest of the episode now. Like that was just something.
Let's check our email. Right.
Aw.
My turn now.
Oh, cute.
Hey, one new email. Brilliant. Well, there's always next year.
Oh, oh, once a year. They only go online once a year.
Hello. What's happened to him?
I don't know. Hey, hello?
Well, there you have it. An example of what happens when you don't treat each other with respect.
Why is that boy still here?
And all the
That expression is too funny. There's some other show that does a gag like that where like someone just gets stuck. I hate this worm thing with like the human face. What is that?
Shy imaginary older brother. Yumperdinker.
What the Yumper Tinker?
I guess you don't want to have that restaurant-style meal after all.
Oh.
A restaurant-style meal.
Restaurant style meal.
Guys,
Lasagna?
with me.
Why is there no sound?
Okay.
I hate this.
Here I go.
I hate this. It's just it's the weirdest things they could have chosen to be in this scenario.
Wow.
No, not the iMovie children cheering sound. I feel like I'm going insane.
Oh, why did I say that?
Tag yourself. I'm Shy. What is it? Shy Dan or something?
Is he dancing?
How can they see what's happening?
Case B. Lowercase.
I can't speak.
But I'm supposed to be shy.
Oh, let's just listen to Yumperdinker's song.
I've never felt like I've been like dissociating watching something as much as I am right now.
What is this? That's my podcast. Your podcast.
This guy sucks.
What's going wrong with...
Well, that's too many. Let's give up.
That's good. Yeah, that's right. That's how it works.
What seems to be the problem? That one's broken.
That one. They just call him that one.
And I'll have a diagnosis for you in no time.
Why do you wait so long to answer?
What? What's breathing?
Right then, got it. Now, does he have a history of...
What did he say?
I don't know.
What?
Let's just put maybe.
Okay, great. Now, would you be surprised?
Look, your fake shy brother's still here. Isn't that right?
I have to go now.
What?
Oh, well. True friendship isn't about being Mr. Pot.
Okay, this is my right, does
My
he
hair?
have a
Okay.
worm in his
I can't even begin to question what... Oh no, that was about the bandana.
A
Yeah.
worm in his brain.
This is so like really early Pixar like prototype style art. What?
Got him. Pesky bee.
Just
Remember, there's a worm in your brain. Hey, the worm in my brain tells me I don't have the body type to pull off wearing denim. I just tell it to pipe down.
There's like almost an actual moral here. Hang on, something has to happen to ruin this. It's like I'm watching Bear in the Big Blue House all of a sudden.
Don't say that to me. I didn't
Talk to him
mean
like
to.
that. I said you said
Turn
you
on
weren't
me.
going to talk to him like
You've
that
ruined
anymore.
it. I'm never going to see that skeleton.
Here we go.
What the?
I'm dealing with
I don't want to do this anymore. You guys don't have this. Don't you want to go on the computer?
It escalated so quickly. Oh my god. Isn't this how friends are, though? This is how you know they're close.
I'll kill you.
What the? What? I don't know. What do I even say about that one? This one in particular, if you were watching this show without any prior knowledge of it being a web thing, be questioning your sanity very much. I mean, even I was questioning my sanity, and I know what it was going for. That like, what is there to say? There was just so much nonsense in that, like, even more so than the other episodes before it. It's a very interesting progression we have going on here, where the first episode was like a "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" episode. You know, it was like the web show. Second episode was like awkwardly goofy in a great way. The third episode was basically actual horror movie. Fourth episode, it was like kind of like a typical cartoon premise. Like, there's tons of shows. Like, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is the first one that comes to my mind for some reason. I feel like that show even used the concept multiple times. But it's a trope. This idea of, like, an episode where the characters are introduced to some new person who's trying to be their friend, but they're annoying. But the characters aren't, like, rude enough to actually outwardly say, like, that the person's annoying. Except, I guess, in this episode, they do tell him that he's annoying. But here, like, this I guess I should call an eagle. This eagle guy sucks. Like, he's so awkward. They made him so, like, awkward and annoying. Like, I hated him. Like, but, you know, in the way that you're supposed to. Like, it's so funny. I love him. It's hilarious. But I hate him. Why has he got to play his podcast over Bluetooth on their boombox? Like, it's like, it's a very recent gimmick too. This idea that, like, everybody has a podcast and is trying to, like, advertise it at any opportunity they have. That's like a very recent gimmick thing. Also, just the beginning part where he's like, he keeps saying, like, oh, I'm no longer affiliated with the OK Stop Corporation, and then the OK Stop, like, logo keeps showing up. Like, what even is that? And then here that they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the password. Oh, it's okay. It's just because you're like I don't know what I can't even imagine what they said, but it must have been pretty bad. But then too, when it rewinds, someone from the staff, like, has the red guy get ready very briefly, like, just some human comes in. I don't know. That is like this is like an exhausting one because of how insane it is. I don't even know what to say. It's my favorite one. I guess I can say that. Between this and the first one, I love the style present in the first one, and the first one felt a little creepier too. Like, this one, like, you know, that build up there where they're getting the, what do you say, extraction tools or whatever, like the lightning, like, why did it start thunder or lightning for no reason other than for the ambience? I loved that. But just the worm guy, like, turning into a gross slimy monster and then getting stabbed and dying, and that's it. I mean, is it bad that I thought, like, the real worm coming out of his ear was grosser than the giant fleshy worm puppet that they made? Like, I feel like that, you know, it was very direct horror there, whereas especially, like, the previous episode was just so uncomfortable horror, and I think I prefer those sorts of styles that were on display in the first episode, because I would even again say the second episode wasn't too freaky really. But that aspect aside, this episode was just funny the whole time. Like, the way they just every time they cut back to the real world from the brain space, the yellow guy, like, being, like, sadder and sadder with, like, the silliest, stupid fucking cartoon expression ever is so funny. I'm still laughing about it. I just want to keep laughing about it. I just, like, the things that the things they came up with in the brain space to be the friends, like the memory of your first tooth, Like, that's so specific. And that's not like a specific happy memory. That's just like a thing. Like, why was that the thing that they chose to go with? It's so random and weird. That caterpillar lady thing for what the heck was the name of that thing? Like, what? Why did it look like that? Why did any of that animation look like that? Like, whoever did that, did those designs there is so great. There was just something so unpleasant too about how, like, you know, this is like an animation style that I feel like I've seen, but like in still art. Clay inspired 3D art is kind of a very recent trendy thing. I'm noticing a lot of artists with that as like their signature art style, and it's awesome. And it's awesome here too. But this is animated, whereas the stuff I've seen of this style have just been like 2D drawings that kind of wobble a bit, you know, like slightly animated to like create the clay texture. This is fully animated, and they kind of have like a slow frame rate, but the camera is always moving at like a solid like 30 FPS sort of pace. It gets really close to them, like it does like just kind of sitcom style camera shots, and it's all stuff like I've never seen this sort of 3D style portrayed like that, and I don't like it in the sense that, like, you know, they want you to not like it because it's so weird. Like, it's so weird. Please consider whenever I say I don't like it in regards to something in this series, I mean that in the sense that it freaked me out. But it's supposed to do that, which means I love it. Like, this whole thing was just insane. It is his brain lump. Like, what? That's the only thing there is to do is jump over this potential tumor he has. Do I have permission to smile at you? Like, this worm guy. If this is getting another season, this worm guy has to come back. I mean, he's dead as hell. But this was way too specific and like well composed of a character that like he has to come back. He has some of the most personality out of anything that has been in the show so far, for sure. And also this bath that always has him in it. I never even noticed that. I mean, it must be at the credits somewhere. Like whoever animated this stuff is amazing. It's great. So that was insane. I'm sure if you watched this episode already and you started this reaction video, you were like, oh boy, it's this one, right? Like, is this like the episode that is like it's just everything? Like, it's everything everywhere all at once, like literally, like just what do you even say about this? Like, what do you even say about this? I know I was seeing, like, I have to scroll past it, of course, because I want to watch the show, but I was seeing the worm guy pretty often, like clips from this episode. So I would assume this is kind of like a fan favorite one. And I would think that, I don't know, just the way that like the worm guy had such a specific personality to him in a way that the other, I guess, antagonist puppets, like they haven't had too much of a specific personality or have really gotten a specific reaction out of the main characters. Like, other than, it's always like the main characters are introduced to like the puppet that's going to teach them something, and all three of them are like annoyed and they're like, okay, that's great, or oh, that's kind of cool, yay. This episode, like, this guy shows up and they hate him. Like, they want him out. They're so bothered by his presence. He's ruining computer day. They only get computer day once a year until the ending, but then he broke the computer and then they beat the shit out of each other. Like, they killed each other. He got a chainsaw right at the very end. Like, the way that was cut up and then like beating each other senseless was just audio over the credits is so funny. Like, the crew behind this show are some really, really funny people. And I know that can be hard to see for some people because of the creepy stuff of this show. Like, if you watch the show and you get creeped out by it, I can understand that. But if you're like me and you could just like accept this sort of art form and be pleasantly creeped out by it and just love the humor and creativity that's on display, this is like one of the best things I've seen in a long time. And I really hope we get more of it after this stuff, because I only have 2 more episodes left and I don't want it to be over. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't, like, where's it gonna go from here? I don't think it'll get as insane as this, but I hope I'm wrong. We'll find out.